Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are finally getting engaged. This was the moment the world had been waiting for. The rumors of an upcoming engagement between international music sensation Taylor Swift and NFL star Travis Kelce have intensified. Insider leaks and social media rumors put the globe on high alert for what seemed to be an inevitable event. The long-awaited proposal was eventually made after years of passion, extravagant displays, and unmistakable chemistry. The ideal strategy. For months, Travis Kelce had been preparing for this moment. He was well known for having an extravagant personality both on and off the field, so he knew the proposal needed to be extraordinary. Taylor deserved a moment that embodied all their love story stood for, because she loved complex narrative and deep symbolism. Travis painstakingly planned an engagement that would not only surprise Taylor, but also melt her heart, with the assistance of his own family and close friends. He picked their private retreat near Lake Como, Italy, which had great significance for them. They had spent many summer evenings discussing life, aspirations, and their future together there. Travis invited Taylor to a romantic weekend retreat under the pretense of a straightforward vacation. After finishing the international portion of her historic Eras tour, Taylor embraced the opportunity to unwind with her significant other. She didn't realize that this vacation would be the start of a whole new chapter in her life. A trail of red roses led to a gorgeously furnished terrace with a view of the lake, and the villa was covered with glittering lights and mellow music. The world was about to witness the most romantic proposal ever. The suggestion. Travis escorted Taylor to the balcony as the sun started to drop, bathing Lake Como in a golden light. Even though she was still oblivious to what was about to happen, her eyes glistened as she took in the magnificent arrangement. After taking a deep breath, Travis got down on one knee and produced a stunning engagement ring that had been meticulously crafted over many months. The rare pink diamond that served as the centerpiece was surrounded by smaller diamonds in the style of musical notes, which paid homage to Taylor's artistic abilities and symbolized her love of all things romantic. From the day we first met, Taylor Allison Swift, my life took unexpected turns. You will always be my dearest friend and my greatest love. Will you honor me by becoming my wife? Taylor's eyes filled with tears as she gasped and her hands sprang to her lips. She was momentarily rendered speechless by the utter beauty and affection of the scene. Then, without hesitation, she gave a fierce nod and said, "Yes, absolutely, without a doubt." The celebration. Fireworks lit up the sky as soon as the ring slipped onto her finger, illuminating the lake with a captivating light. Taylor was unaware that their closest friends and family had surreptitiously flown in to join them in celebrating this milestone. She turned to see the individuals she cared about the most leaving the villa, sobbing, shouting, and showing them love. Travis specifically requested one of Taylor's own compositions, and a live string quartet started playing a gentle tune. As champagne poured and laughter filled the property, the pair swayed in one another's arms, enchanted by the night, breaking the internet. Everyone celebrated when Taylor shared a straightforward picture of their hands. Together, she was wearing a sparkling engagement ring with the inscription, "Forever and Always." Media outlets, fans, and celebrities showered social media with good wishes, and news anchors covered the engagement as if it were the year's most important event. Their love story had a fairy tale finale, and Taylor and Travis had become the ideal power couple. Later that night, as they lay under the stars with their hearts full and their hands intertwined, Taylor said, "I can't wait to spend forever with you." Travis kissed her forehead and grinned. Forever starts now. Suddenly, the most enchanting phase of Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift's romance had begun, an engagement that would live on in the memories of future generations. Excitement was in the air on this cool autumn evening in Kansas City. With a hesitant but delighted grin, Travis Kelce stood in the center of his extravagantly decorated backyard, looking up at the cityscape. The atmosphere was filled with the aroma of roses, and the scene was illuminated by the warm glow of the fairy lights hung over the trees. He had been looking forward to this night, the night he would propose to Taylor Swift. The couple's upcoming engagement had been the subject of months' worth of rumors, but Travis had kept quiet. He wanted for this moment to be flawless, private, and really remarkable. He had meticulously prepared every little detail. Initially, it was only the two of them, but their closest friends and family were inside his house, excitedly awaiting the momentous occasion. Upon arriving at the residence, Taylor emerged from her vehicle wearing a flowing emerald green gown that glistened in the gentle light. This was her first genuine night of calm in weeks after finishing the foreign portion of her Eras tour. She knew that tonight was different when she saw Travis standing there with passion in his blue eyes. Travis said, "Hey, superstar," and gathered her in a close hug. With her head lying on his chest, she said, "Hey, my favorite tight end." Under a canopy of golden foliage, he guided her to a lovely wooden table. They were treated to a fine dining experience, which included handmade chicken parmesan, one of Taylor's favorite foods. She grinned and arched an eyebrow. "Travis, you cooked?" He laughed. "I laid the table alone, with a little assistance." "That's important, isn't it?" As they ate and reflected on their amazing journey as a couple, they laughed together. Their love story had become the stuff of fairy tales. From the time Travis had publicly expressed his passion for Taylor on his podcast to the many games she had gone to cheer him on. Travis, however, was prepared to begin their new chapter tonight. Soft music started to play in the background as they completed their lunch. Lover's well-known tune permeated the room. Travis got up and held out his hand, causing Taylor's eyes to widen in astonishment. He said, "May I have this dance?" Despite her laughter, she clasped his hand and swayed beside him in the moonlight. She could feel his heart beating steadily and powerfully against hers as they danced. It was a magical moment, the type of romance she had spent years writing about. Travis then lowered himself on one knee as the song approached its last stanza. Taylor's hands flew to her lips in surprise as she gasped. Her eyes were filled with tears as he dug into his pocket and produced a stunning engagement ring, a diamond with a vintage feel that gleamed like the stars above them. "I wanted to be in your life, Taylor, ever since I failed to give you the friendship bracelet at Arrowhead. You have filled my life with more pleasure, laughter, and love than I ever imagined. I don't want to be apart from you for another day. Will you marry me, Taylor Allison Swift?" She nodded wildly, a tear running down her face. "Yes, indeed. Yes, 1,000 times over." When Travis put the ring on her finger, Taylor flung her arms around his neck and pulled him into a passionate kiss while he was standing. As their friends and relatives rushed outside to join them in celebrating, cheers erupted from inside the home. There was laughing, cameras flashed, and champagne corks erupted. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce were formally engaged, and that night the world would find out what their closest loved ones had just seen. And they knew that this was just the beginning of their forever as they embraced one another and reveled in their love.